can be activated by pressing Play in the menu. This will open a new window where you can select a match. Now you can join an ongoing match or create a new one. Soon there will be a new option, Tutorial, which will take the player on a training pitch where you will be able to go through the steps of the tutorial, which will demonstrate tackling, passing, and other aspects of the match. Entering a new match, you actually enter a warm-up mode, where you can freely kick the ball and practice shooting goals. What are the aims of the match? Of course, there is one main aim in the match: putting the ball in the goal in a spectacular way. That's the only way to win, earn more and more VM, give interviews, become more and more famous, buy new cars and new items for your home. But first things first. During the match, but also in the city, there is a chat window in the bottom left corner. It can be activated by pressing the T button on your keyboard. After pressing T, you can write a message. During a match, it will be only visible for your teammates. In the top part of the chat window, there are icons, which are not active now, but in the next version of the game it will be unlocked. First of them turns on a group chat, meaning that the messages will be visible for every player on the server. The next option is the group chat, which is available in the present form of the chat. The last option is a private message. This means that messages will be sent between two players and nobody else can see it. You have to confirm your message by pressing Enter. Remember that while the chat is activated, the player cannot control their character. Moving the character on the pitch is quite similar to moving it around the city. Press W to run forward. Press S to move backwards. However, you need to remember that you cannot move backwards when you have the ball. To do this, the player has to purchase an appropriate perk, which will soon be available in the game. To move sideways, use buttons A and D. Buttons Q and E activate the currently available perks with tricks. To change the direction of running, move your mouse to the left and to the right. You can also change the view up and down. You can use the scroll to zoom in and zoom out. And after pressing the scroll button, you can activate the free movement of the camera. In the top left corner, you can find some useful data. For instance, the score of the match, so the number of goals scored by both of the teams. The time of the match, as well as an additional icon of a dot changing colors. This icon represents the current state of your connection with the server. The green color means that everything is okay and you can play with no stress on your back. The orange color means there is a lag and there is a small problem with your connection. The red dot means you're experiencing high lag and you need to check out your internet connection. Moreover, if the connection with the server has been lost for a longer period of time, you'll see an icon of an unplugged RJ45 cable. Your virtual character has a footballer sense, which is activated when you enter the pitch. The player will automatically spot when the ball is free and will run to get it. Depending on the current statistics, the sense of the player is low or high, which means he is able to spot the ball from a short or long distance. Our players got the ball now. In the case when you are being dragged to the free ball, which just happens to be kicked forward by your teammate, you can cancel the action of dragging with the B button. You also need to remember that the low ball control skill can affect a lousy way of accepting the ball by your character, even if the ball is free. The left mouse button is used to kick the ball low, the right mouse button for lobbing, so for high kicks. While kicking, you can see a color stripe above the sight. It's the same for low and high kicks. The stripe starts with the green color, meaning a weak kick, and finishes with the red color, meaning the strongest kick the player is able to make at the moment. This is, of course, dependent on the player's current statistics. The longer you keep pressing the left or right mouse button, the stronger the kick is. Of course, in the heat of the battle, it might be hard to hold the mouse button for a long time. So, a short click of the button will automatically kick the ball using the max power. Additionally, you can define the kick power earlier. If, for example, you kick the ball forward to make a one-touch pass, or you're a defender and want to clear off the goal area fast, you can define the direction and the power of the kick before you actually get the ball, by clicking the left or right button in the way described earlier. Keep in mind the player's sense. If the sense is low and you are too far from the ball, the player will not run to the ball automatically, and you'll have to help him out a bit. Yet, if the player's sense is high, he'll run to the ball and kick it to the direction pointed out earlier, and with the power you defined with the left or right button. To cancel this action, just press B. For tackling, use the R button. It's quite useful, not only in defense. For sliding tackles, use the V button. Remember that the quality of your tackling is always dependent on your statistics. If your statistics are low, your tackle might finish with a fall, and you might get a yellow card, or, after another fall, a red card. The spacebar button is used for automatic passes to your teammate who is currently at your view. Again, everything depends on your statistics, namely on your passing power and passing skills. The first one influences the power of your kick, the other, your ability to spot your teammates. If your passing skill is more advanced, you are able to spot your teammates from a longer distance. All of the matches are currently played in League 4, which means that even the goalkeeper's abilities are suitable for League 4. Sometimes they can surprise you with their heroic daredevil movement, and sometimes they can't even manage to catch a simple ball. Also, the goalkeepers have their own hidden statistics. Soon, all the defenders will get the chance to buy a perk which will increase their goalkeeper's statistics. As you will move to a higher league, the statistics of the goalkeepers will also be improving. In a League 4 match, there are rules and set plays which are characteristic of any other meeting on the pitch. Penalty kicks, corner kicks, throw-ins, free kicks. A match lasts 10 minutes, 5 minutes for each of the halves. Soon, there will be some new options in the game for the half-time break. Get ready for them! After a match is finished, the statistics of the match are displayed. On the left, there are the statistics of both teams and some chosen players. On the right, you can see your own statistics. You can see how many goals you scored, how many successful tackles you made, and how many prestige points and VM you got from this particular match. When you close this window, you'll be moved back to the city. You can leave the match at any time by clicking F1. But remember, the more often you leave the matches, the more penalty points you get, and the less money and prestige points you'll earn for the next matches. So now, let's rock and roll on the pitch!
Do you know this is still the beta version? We are not on holidays, we are working day and night fixing bugs, making new models and textures to make this game better and better. Just for you.